guys, Rob from Georgia here with a question for the 22 Shots community, be it the Facebook community, the YouTube community. It's just a question that I really need some feedback on. You know, I was watching a review the other day for Ghostbusters, and the reviewer in his lead-in of referring to other great remakes of the past mentioned John Carpenter's film The Thing as a remake. Now, I'm just going to be honest. That drives me absolutely freaking crazy because I don't at all accept the notion that John Carpenter's film is a remake of Howard Hawks' production, The Thing from Another World, 1951, directed by Christian Ivey. It is not a remake, as far as I am concerned. I need you to prove me wrong in this area. Here's some things just to think about when you consider Carpenter's film. You know, obviously, we all know what we're talking about here. Goes back to John W. Campbell's short story, Who Goes There, in the 30s, written in the 30s. The Thing from Another World, although it looked to this short story as inspiration, there was no real attempt to bring this short story to life because they were limited. I mean, they were limited by, you know, just the age, what they could do on screen or not do on screen. And so what they did really just, I think, just probably capitalized on, you know, the pulp magazines of the time that ran this story and the kids who would have read this story. And I'm telling you what, if I'm a kid having read this story and I go to the theater to see The Thing from Another World, I'm pretty disappointed. But anyways, I love The Thing from Another World. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love and I adore that movie for a lot of reasons. But Carpenter's, his film is so different. First of all, just the title. I mean, you don't have to say, well, he got the title from The Thing from Another World. I mean, you can look to the very first page of the short story and draw The Thing off the page, and there's your film. Perhaps it was continuity's sake, to remind people we're in the same universe here. We're attempting to do the same thing. Draw from this short story. You also got to remember The Thing from Another World, in separating itself from the short story, took place in the North Pole. John Carpenter, in order to restore the short story, had his film take place more in line with the story in Antarctica. The character names. John left the cast names, as far as I know, pretty much off to the side from The Thing from Another World, went back into the short story and drew Blair and McCready, you know, Copper, drew those names out of the original story for his film. So the cast of characters and how they interrelate with one another is pretty similar in the short story as is on film in Carpenter's version. Plus, maybe the biggest thing that sets the two off from one another is his emphasis on a shape-shifting entity, which The Thing from Another World just could not do. I mean, they were limited. I mean, this is 1951. You can only do so much. So you put James Arness in a costume, and you have a guy on screen who is the alien, monster, whatever. John, going back to the short story, wanted to really emphasize that shape-shifting quality of the alien. Okay? Because in his mind, he's not remaking. Now, I've never heard him say this. I'm saying it. Remaking The Thing from Another World. What he's doing is taking a much further step in a more right direction and creating a film adapted from John W. Campbell's short story, Who Goes There, which really separates itself from the Howard Hawks production. Not only that, but the absence of female characters in John's movie. Now, I know this is sort of somewhat by mistake or whatnot. I know I've heard there was a female cast, but she was pregnant and couldn't be part of the filming. They ended up going with an all-male cast, which I think is absolutely brilliant. I think it adds a lot. As much as the lead female role in The Thing from Another World adds to that story. I mean, that is the trademark of Howard Hawks, is a strong female character. That was his trademark. And I thought the cast, being all male, really emphasized the fact that John's film stands apart from the Howard Hawks' production because it was a reinvestment into the original short story written by John W. Campbell. Who goes there? And even the 11 version attempts to do certain things from the short story, as well as allowing you to see from a forensic point of view how we get to John's movie, which I don't know if it was really necessary or not, but it also stands apart. So all three films really delve into the short story in their own unique ways. So all that to say is, I don't think for a second that John's movie is a remake, and I'm sick of people saying it's a remake. So prove me wrong. Listen to this rant, something to rant about, and do I make any good points? I mean, help me, educate me. What really, I mean, I can look at Webster's, and by Webster's definition, sure, you can call this a remake, but I can't call it a remake, and I refuse to call it a remake. If you can convince me otherwise, maybe I'll change my mind. So anyways, this is just a rant, and I hope you can appreciate where I'm coming from. I love this film, maybe more than any other film. I love this, and to say it's just a remake, I think takes an awful lot away from the original intent of this film. So tell me what you think. Is John Carpenter's film a remake, or does a standalone film that relies on nothing but the original short story? Who goes there? You tell me. Have a great day. Go Bills.
This is